Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Pfister Comet Safari in GTA Online. I just picked this thing up off a Legendary Motorsport, and I'm really looking forward to getting into a customization of it. So let's hop in here and get right into it. So the Comet Safari is a really interesting car. It's basically supposed to be a rally version of a Porsche. So anyway, it's pretty cool. It's unique, that's for sure. Starting off with the armor, we're going all the way up on that. Brakes as well. Now for the bumpers, we have front and rear options. So we have bull bar 1, primary and secondary, bull bar 2, primary and secondary, bull bar 3, primary and secondary, and bull bar 4, primary and secondary, as well as bull bar 5, primary and secondary, and 6. Okay, and 6. That's it. Personally, I'm kind of liking bull bar number 2 the best. I feel like it's pretty clean. So I think I'm going to go for bull bar number 2. Primary, that is. For the rear bumpers, we can do a primary rear bumper or a secondary. We're going to go for primary, I think, just to match up with the front. The chassis, we can do a street half cage, dash dodger cage, okay, padded dash dodger cage, full roll cage, or a padded full roll cage. We're going to go for the padded full roll cage, why not? For the engine, all the way up. Exhaust, we have titanium tip exhaust, carbon tip, aluminum tip, titanium tip large exhaust, carbon large exhaust, aluminum large exhaust, titanium tip small exhaust, okay, carbon tip small, aluminum tip small, titanium tip angled exhaust, okay, and then the other two as well, titanium tip double exhaust. Personally, I kind of like the titanium large tip exhaust. So we're going to go for that one. For the fenders, we can do stock with mud flaps. Okay. Climber fenders. Okay. Or climber with mud flaps. I'm not a huge fan of the climber fenders, honestly. Those things kind of look ridiculous. So probably just going to go stock with mud flaps. I think that's a good option. Headlight covers, we can do that. We can do a headlight cover, primary cover, or a secondary. I kind of like to keep them, so I'm going to keep those on. For the hood, we can do a large grill hood, secondary large grill hood, or a carbon large grill hood, street hood, secondary and carbon street, ducted hood, secondary and carbon, utility hood, or stock. Okay, wow. I'm kind of a fan of the street hood, honestly. We're going to go for that one, I think. For the lights, we can go xenon, of course. For the livery, we have a few options. We can do a rusty look, a Pfister black, Pfister white, Ol Stronzo, Globe Oil, Pisswasser, Hukaru, Redwood Rally, Pisswasser Rusty, okay, Redwood Rusty, Basic Camo, Zancudo Camo, oh, basically all the camos, okay, interesting. Or the Candy Cane, interesting. I'm not going to go for that one, I don't think. But I think I am going to go for a livery today, and I think I am either going to go for Pfister black or white. I think I'm going to go for black. Let's do black. For the respray, I think I kind of know what color I want to go for with this thing, and it is a red, but I'm wondering about the crew color. Ooh, the crew color kind of looks good. We're going to go for the crew color for the primary and the secondary. I like that a lot, actually. Next up, we got the roof. We can add some lights, lights with rack, spare wheel 1, spare wheel 2, pack rack 1, or road trip. I think I'm going to do just the rack with the lights. I like that look the best, I think. I think everything else is a little too cluttered for me, personally. For these skirts, we can do racing skirts, primary racing skirts, secondary, rally skirts, primary rally, or secondary rally. I think we're probably going to go for the primary racing. I kind of like that look. It's kind of cool. It's kind of unique. For the spoiler, we can do a black spoiler, primary spoiler, or a secondary spoiler. Not a huge fan of that look, honestly, so I think I'm just going to leave the spoiler off. For the transmission, we're going to go all the way up, and the turbo as well. For the wheels, we are actually going to go for some off-roads on this thing. This thing's looking pretty aggressive. I'm kind of liking it. We're going to go for the concave Rally Master here, and we're going to paint the wheels black. And for the tires, we could do a tire design, and I think we will, just because it sort of fits with the look of the car, I feel like. Bulletproof tires as well, and last but not least, let's tint out these windows. This thing is looking kind of crazy. I'm kind of digging it though, so let's take this thing down to the ground, do a little sound test and a review, and yeah. All right, so starting off, let's get into the sound test. Kind of sounds mean. I really like the sound of this car, actually. All right, off the line, blistering start. Absolutely no wheel spin. That's cool. This thing, I believe, is four-wheel drive. I actually really want to see though. Let's do a little test right here. It is four-wheel drive. That's really interesting. Okay. This thing is sick, guys. If you want a cool off-road car, man, I'm telling you already. This thing is unique, man. I never see anyone driving these things, and that's a real shame, honestly. This thing is so sick. The acceleration is absolutely nuts, actually. It's crazy. It also, from what I can tell, sort of handles pretty decently, I think. We're going to test that, obviously, when we get further up the hill here. But what I can tell you right now for sure is that the acceleration is absolutely crazy. All right. So far, I'm really liking the turn-in response of this car. It turns in really nicely. There's absolutely like no drama with it, and it feels like really controllable. It feels really planted. It feels good. And of course, the truck had to try to turn in front of me. That's very typical. Oh, and that's cool. When you turn the high beams on, the actual lights on the front of it turn on too. That is actually sick. This car is so cool, guys. I'm actually like kind of obsessed with this thing now. This is sick. I'm definitely gonna drive this thing a lot. I feel like in free mode. The handling is like really good too. It's so responsive. It feels really good, guys. I'm gonna say it right now. If you're looking for just a cool, unique car, even maybe not even one for just off-roading, and this might be something you want to look into. Like this thing is actually pretty nuts. I wouldn't, necessarily go as far as to say I recommend it for racing, but if it is possible to race this thing, I don't think you'd do too bad, honestly. The car seems to have really good acceleration and just really good handling overall, which I'm very impressed about. Let's take it off-road here a little bit and see how it does. This thing is quick. It's actually so fast. I mean, it's pretty obvious that this is supposed to be like a Porsche rally car, so I really shouldn't be too surprised by any of this, but this thing is just way better than I remember it ever being. But man, guys, I gotta say, I recommend this thing. Go pick one of these up if you got the money, and if you're looking for something like this, an off-road car that can also be really good on the road. This thing is my pick. If that fits your criteria, this thing is my pick by all means. Definitely go check one of these things out, boys. I think that's pretty much it for the customization and the review. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like. If not, dislike. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.